birth of my daughter, my son helped grow the flowers. People never wanna say they don't care. Fake rage for the checks getting clear. I ain't trying to live my life to compare. Just pay me for the love that I share. Yeah.
Can't wait for my mama place. They adjust, she been quit today. Hit the max on my card today. Pay it back as soon as I can pay. Focus on the bottom line. Every night fall behind. Focus on the bottom line. Why they call it dollar sign? Focus on the bottom line. Every never fall behind.
Thunder clouds when you walk in, but I never feel the drip when you're talking. Only meet me in the drought when you're falling. How I like my eggs in the morning. Taking comfort in my shadow, but you seem to stay afloat cause you're shallow. You can never make a promise for tomorrow, cause all the time you choose to take has been borrowed. I just pull up, then skirt. You just pull up when it hurts. Why, oh why? I just pull up, then skirt. You just pull up when it hurts. Why, oh why?
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this whistle's gone, that's foul. Fratesi, Diouf. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Martinez has given away a free kick. Yoro. Martinez. De Ligt. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. Mount. Thuram. Oh, some tackle that. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. He's got through. That's a good ball to find it. Shot a goal! Goal! Inter! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Diouf really showed good strength there. Held his man off, didn't let himself get bullied, and got his effort away. Maintained control.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Striding forward, facing goal. Gets up to head it! That's a half-decent try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Mazraoui. Good ball, it's found its target. Has a goal! They've done it! And already they're looking to run away with it. Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
Inter Milan get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Now it's Matheus Cunha.
Augusto simply had to make that count, and he did it with some authority too. Wonderful.
Barella. Martinez. Martinez plays it forward. Sesko. Casemiro. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Over to the left. And Martinez! They are rampant! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight. Smartly deceptive, what quality.
Oh, Peter, it's a lovely piece of deception in shaping to whack it and then opting for a lovely little lob.
Inter Milan take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Casemiro plays it out to the wing. And he's going long. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Juve. Matheus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. He hits it! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Manchester United know they can rely on the counter, and they've just expressed a warning.
And it's played forward. Martinez, well positioned to make that interception. Martinez. Esposito! They've scored! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
I just thought he knew exactly what he was doing by feigning to move one way and then readjusting back. Controlled trickery.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Barella. Into the channel. Aimed in towards the centre. Mazraoui. Hoists it forward. Zirkzee. Mount. Matheus Cunha has a pop! He has done it! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
Manchester United grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Zirkzee. Sesko! Barella, played out to the right. Barella, now it's Martinez. Fratesi. Now it's Martinez. Martinez. Shapes to shoot! Barella. And the shot! And that'll be the final action of the first half.
Well, every time they've gone through the gears, Peter, they've looked like scoring. So provided they could stay well clear of the handbrake, they ought to be completely out of sight fairly soon.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. He's played him through. Bayendier can hoist it clear. De Vrij switches it towards the other side. Barella goes looking. Martinez, and the finish! Oh, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
Thuram completely showed too much of that to the keeper, and he'll be kicking himself for it.
Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Bruno Fernandes. Zirkzee. He's there to receive it. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Now it's Martinez. Martinez gets it out to the wing. Just brushed off the ball there. Bayendier can claim that.
Manchester United have made their intentions clear by leaving men up front.
Looking to play on the break.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Barella. Thuram is effectively being marked out of the game here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Mount. Defenders on the back foot. Matheus Cunha. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Cut out in the nick of time. Bruno Fernandes. Gets wrestled off the ball. Martinez. Now the counter. Fratesi. Now chance! Goalkeeper's ball. Casemiro. Martinez. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Inter Milan seeking to maximise the moment. And this is the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between the sides. Forward it goes. Acerbi positions himself well and cuts it out. Dangerous looking ball, but it's come to nothing. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Mount. Bruno Fernandes. It's Fernandes! Rising over the bar.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Augusto. Fratesi. Esposito. Casemiro gets into the right position to intercept. Mano. Matheus Cunha. Well read, he sorted that out. Juve, who's made his mark on this game. Acerbi. Stefan de Vrij. Juve. Matheus Cunha. Zirkzee. Zirkzee showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Augusto does well to read it and intercept. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Manchester United with a free kick. Going for goal! Oh, he's gifted it back. Vince has got rid of that. He gets past his man. Matheus Cunha! It's anyone's ball. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Matheus Cunha tries to stroke it through. Matheus Cunha! Bruno Fernandes gets it back. It's Fernandes! Oh, the keeper's equal to it. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Inter Milan, comfortable winners. A virtuoso display, utterly one-sided. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Inter showed us why it's so important to seize the initiative. Once in front, they grew in belief and rarely looked at risk.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. And that gets things running. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Nicolo Barella is by all accounts a jack of all trades, and I think that's a very good way of describing how this player operates, because he's going into one of Italy's most important midfielders, and he always has a say in what's going on, and he looks like captain material for the future. I think this guy has a lovely presence about him.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Martinez. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. De Ligt. Mount. Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. Going through. Just brushed off the ball there. Juve very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full contact contest. Matheus Cunha. Mbuemo. Bruno Fernandes. And he has been fouled there. And the potential here for the first goal of the game. He'll fancy himself from here. Big chance! Bruno Fernandes moves short. De Ligt. Hoists it high. And out to safety. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Casemiro. Good challenge, he just stood firm. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Matheus Cunha. Oh, he's in! Juve. Inter Milan, still to register a shot on target. Now it's Martinez. Martinez! And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Mount. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Bruno Fernandes. Mount. Matheus Cunha. That's good defending, very good defending. Forward it goes. Now it's Martinez. Thuram drives it forward. Looking for a corner. Defending of the desperate variety. Aimed in towards the centre. Mount. Martinez. Mount. Esposito. Absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and
Shoots! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Great leap! Goal! Inter! Just so calm under pressure.
Diouf really showed good strength there, held his man off, didn't let himself get bullied and got his effort away. Maintained control.
Deadlock has a go! Barella plays it forward. Asrari gets it back. Can he dig out a shot? Well, that looks a foul. The referee's given it. Barella. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Well, the opening goal did come from a corner. Now then. Up to meet it! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Mazraoui. Matias Cunha, Barella, he's given away a free kick. Casemiro. It's a brilliant interception. Juve goes looking. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Mount. A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Fratesi. Barella gets it out to the wing. Martinez out to the right. Juve has it in a wide position, so what next? And this could be the final action of the first half. Goes for it! Martinez drives. There is the half-time whistle. There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It was very, very tight.
Well, that certainly pleased the fans, and the players are definitely happy with it.
Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. And the referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Barella. Fratesi. And it's played forward. Sesko! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. And he's straight offside. Augusto. Hoists it forward. Questions were asked, and he's given the answers. Casemiro. Nguemo. Barella. Augusto. Tries to get it forward quickly. Martinez gets into the right position to intercept. Casemiro drives it forward. Matias Cunha plays it out to the flank. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. The Red Devils appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time. And Martinez! Oh, that's brilliant! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Has a hit! Fingers on the back foot. Juve. Barella. Thuram is effectively being marked out of the game here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Casemiro does well there, alert. Barella goes looking. Mount. Gets wrestled off the ball. Nguemo, well weighted.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Just brushed off the ball there. Matias Cunha. Looking to break out here. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Barella. And it's played forward. Juve doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Another throw-in. Barella has created one goal already. Matias Cunha.
this one!
Diouf, forward it goes. Barella plays it forward. Nguemo, Acerbi gets it back. Martinez. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Bruno Fernandes. The counter-attack is on here for Inter. Good ball. Now can he finish? Esposito showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Mount. Oh, real chance! Diouf, whose goal-scoring skills have already been evident. Esposito. Barella. Now it's Thuram. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Hoists it forward. And here's the chance to counter. That's a good ball to find him. Bruno Fernandes. He's gone for it. He has done it! A pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the passer to pick him out.
Manchester United get themselves back into contention.
Well, they've given themselves a chance.
Shapes to shoot! And that wasn't far away.
That's just plain unlucky. There were many, me included, who thought that was going in.
And it's played forward.
They're playing as if time is on their side when it's fast running out. They've got to quicken this up.
Inter Milan need to hold on for a few more moments. Nguemo, more than... That's clear cut, it's a free kick.
Manchester United have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Barella drives it forward. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Is there any support? Mathias Cunha!
Matheus Cunha really used his body to clever effect in dropping the shoulder to carry on.
And that's that. Inter Milan come out on top. Hard fought, impossible to predict. In the end, though, only the result mattered. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Look, they've got to be happy with what they've produced here because they showed plenty of industry, and I think they've ended up getting what they deserve.
So that's got things underway. Has he picked him out? And he's straight offside. De Ligt. Mazraoui. Mount. Casemiro. Mathias Cunha. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Darmian. Has a hit! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Barella. And that's been won straight back. Fratesi hoists it forward. Oh, real chance! Chance! Mant tries to get it forward quickly.
Mateus Cunha really just wasn't quick enough then. Well, his thinking certainly wasn't. Didn't make use of what I felt were some very good options.
Zirkzee finds himself offside. And that could be trouble. He's left his man, belts one. And it's played forward. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Gets the better of his man. Oh, big chance! Cunha desperately wants to get on the end of this. Zirkzee. Mount. That's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Shapes to shoot! That's a half-decent try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Barella goes looking. Mount. Forward it goes. Fratesi. Ball is over the line. Across the field it goes. That's a throw. Esposito. Well read, he sorted that out. Bruno Fernandes. Mount. Tries to get it forward quickly. Fratesi. 0-0 still. No lack of chances though.
Yeah, and it's been like a breath of fresh air to their attack. I think that switching of flanks has finally created a new and for me, much more dangerous dimension.
And the weighted pass. He's gone for it! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
The Red Devils take the lead.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
De Vrij with the clearance. He's had a go! Just off target.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Barella plays it out to the flank. Now it's Martinez. He's found his man. Tries a shot! In for the follow-up! And in it goes! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser. That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
Inter Milan grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Referee's given a throw. Bruno Fernandes, and he's there to cut it out. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Mount, going for goal! Oh, that is a terrific... In he goes again! What a wonderful goal! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Manchester United take the lead. He's got the ball, he's got the space, he's had a go! He scores! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, showed great balance and a really cool head to finish. And that kind of dribbling is really smart.
And the shot! Yes! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. And it's half-time here. And we're off again. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. This could spell danger. Fratesi. Diouf. Fratesi. Barella. Diouf. Sesko. Nicely measured pass. Big chance! One-on-one! Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Barella. Acerbi. And it's Damian. Esposito. Has a quick glance. Barella. Martinez. Shot at goal! It's there! They're back within reach! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
I just thought he knew exactly what he was doing by feigning to move one way and then readjusting back. Controlled trickery.
So is this the start of a comeback? Matheus Cunha. Cut out in the nick of time. United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Esposito! No mistake! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
It's a goal kick. Augusto. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Has a look and has a go. Acerbi. Barella. Diouf. Barella. Esposito. Now it's Martinez.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
Zirkzee at his creative best. He's set up 2 goals. Mount plays a clever pass.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Augusto. Good idea, just poorly executed. Big chance! They've scored! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. A pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due, and it was a brilliant setup and finish.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat. Matheus Cunha. Now it's Mount. Matheus Cunha. He's gone for it. He gets past his man. Oh, that's a fine challenge. It's a very good battle there. Terrific to watch. Esposito. Now it's Martinez. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Barella. Martinez. Mount. Forward it goes. And the counter is on. Crowd calling for him to shoot.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Martinez. Fratesi. Done very well to intervene. And that is that. Well, much worthy industry, but that alone simply not enough. They are beaten by the better side. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So it's down to business here.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Casemiro plays it forward. Oh, he's found him in space. Sesko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Martinez. Mount tries to get it forward quickly. Hoists it forward. Matheus Cunha. Matheus Cunha!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Barella. Thuram. Casemiro gets it back. Casemiro goes steaming forward. And that's been won straight back. Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. Matheus Cunha. And he heaves it forward. Ball has crossed the line, and it's a throw. Diouf battles to win it back. Esposito. Now can he finish? Oh, has a hit! Goal! Manchester United! Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second. The Red Devils draw first blood here.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Casemiro. Mazraoui. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes not easily shrugged off the ball. He's left his man. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Bruno Fernandes stands over the ball. He'll be looking to dink one in. And it's played forward. Yoro. Casemiro. Mazraoui. Casemiro. Mount. Mazraoui. Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. Yoro. Casemiro. Matheus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Going for goal! And the follow-up. Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Darmian goes looking. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Martinez. Cunha with a good steal, well played. And the counter is on. Bruno Fernandes. Real chance! Bruno Fernandes showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Barella. Forward it goes. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Thuram. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Oh, they can break here. Mount. Bruno Fernandes. That intervention was very necessary. It's Fernandes! Another chance! Bruno Fernandes puts too much behind that. Augusto. Barella. Now it's Martinez. Thuram gets away from his opponents. Trout shoots! And he nearly went all the way.
Thuram cannot be a happy chappy, and you can understand why. The run was stoic, and it should have been heroic.
Mazraoui. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Mount. De Vrij knocks it away. There is the half-time whistle. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the game has already resumed here.
Inter don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
Bruno Fernandes has brushed off the ball there. He's pinged one through here. He gets past his man. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Barella. Fratesi. Mount. Barella. Whose ball? Who's going to get that? Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Casemiro. Chance to break. Inter Milan, still a single goal behind. And it's played forward. Up for the header! Oh, taken with style! And this is getting better and better. Great header, made it look easy.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle. But that was beautifully met, it really was.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
De Ligt hoists it forward. Matheus Cunha. He could be in here. With a delicate header! They are rampant! And they are pulling clear here.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
United take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Mount. Matches and the finish! Oh, he couldn't get hold of it.
Manchester United just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Is there any support? He might not need it. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
He's made it 2, and no doubt he's hungry for more. The Red Devils tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Cut out in the nick of time. And through to the goalkeeper. Turan is now the subject of some adhesive marking.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Asrari does well there, alert. Bruno Fernandes. It's come loose. Juve. Now it's Martinez.
Manchester United really have been alive to interceptions and picking off any loose balls.
Bruno Fernandes drives it forward.
Mateus Cunha really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Sisto! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Oh, it has a pop! Juve. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Casemiro. Esposito. Now it's Martinez. Out towards the flank. Mount. Well read, he sorted that out. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Martinez. He's got the ball, he's got the space. Bruno Fernandes. And that will be the final act. Inter Milan had no answer. Second best in every department and correspondingly well beaten. Your reflections then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence. And I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
She got me on her ties, but I ain't gonna split till I see a smile. We ain't stepping for nobody, and it's no surprise. I just gotta hold on tight. No one ever felt this so right. We ain't stopping for nobody ever. Smile for me, beautiful. I wanna see who